the years, Ubisoft hasn't been afraid to switch up the formula of its uber-popular action-adventure historical parkour feather-collecting franchise Assassin's Creed. There was the year they dabbled, some would say unsuccessfully, with tower defense, that weird hide-and-seek bit in Assassin's Creed 3, and of course, who could forget Newborn Simulator 2009 edition. But now we're in 2014, and Assassin's Creed has made the leap of faith to next-generation consoles with its latest edition, Unity, and with the jump comes a bunch of new additions and changes to the norm. So here's 10 things to look out for on your next outing in the Animus. Well, let's start with the most obvious addition. We've got a brand new assassin to take for a tumble. Altair, young Ezio, slightly older Ezio, old Ezio, Haytham, Connor, Aveline, Adewale, and Edward, we'll miss you. Young Connor, we'll miss you most of all. But now it's Arno Dorian's time to shine. The French-Austrian assassin comes suited and booted with a gritty backstory. After his assassin father and his Templar adopted father are murdered, with Arno framed for the latter crime, he embroils himself in the French Revolution to squeeze out, or kill, let's just say kill, the real troublemakers. He's brash, charismatic, and clearly has a devastating case of the handsomes, which hasn't gone unnoticed. He's having an ill-fated love affair with his adopted sister, the Templar Elise de la Serre. Every assassin comes with their own unique addition to the regular arsenal. Arno's is the Phantom Blade, a wrist-bound mini crossbow that fires both lethal and non-lethal projectiles, but can be used as a hidden blade in close encounters. So basically, it's the Swiss Army knife of wrist blades. Abstergo are dropping us off in Paris, and it's definitely worth taking the time to admire the view. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was the French capital. Ubi spent 1,287 days recreating the city, spending upwards of a year on the huge landmark Notre Dame, which was recreated to an impressive 1:1 scale. The whole city is divided into distinct districts, each with their own aesthetic and NPCs to boot. Inner Paris is roughly to a 1:1 scale, with the outer limits of the city hitting around 1:6. Previous Assassin games have been very much outdoorsy affairs. In ACU, the interiors of more than 25% of Paris's buildings are explorable, and you're able to access them without hitting a single load screen. So if you add together the map size, plus the interiors and the catacombs beneath the city, you're looking at a game that's 3 times larger than Black Flag's landmass. Hold down that right trigger because it is free running time. The new parkour up and parkour down systems give you much more control, so you can pick the exact path you want Arno to take along the rooftops of Paris. The new controlled descent allows you to, well, control your descent, meaning you don't have to keep an eye out for a haystack in order to get back to street level. As assassins should neither be seen nor heard, Ubi has beefed up the usual stealth mechanics for Unity. Now, at the touch of a button, Arno ducks into stealth mode, where the silent footfalls make sneaking up on enemies much easier. Not only that, but there's finally a decent cover system, so you can hug corners and duck behind tables to your heart's content, with a Splinter Cell-esque shadow of your last known location left behind. And if you get busted, the push to next gen means that the game can handle up to 5,000 NPCs on screen at one time, so mixing with a huge crowd to lose some heat is a viable option. Combat's had a bit of a switch up. Most notably, kill streaks and counter kills are gone. Swordplay in ACU takes its inspiration from fencing and is based more on timing and flow. You've still got combat moves like the parry, dodge, tackle, and the returning heavy attack, but you need to keep your wits about you as the AI has been beefed up too. They can overpower you quite quickly if you get too cocky. And of course, there's a ton of side quest content to fill your assassin boots with. Arno can solve various murders around the city, because apparently you get your detective's license with your Brotherhood induction pack. There's collectibles, contracts to pick up, life stories of famous Parisians like Madame Tussauds to uncover, and Nostradamus quests. The Great Prophet lived in Paris for a time, and in ACU has left some clues around the city to take any who follow them on a great treasure hunt to find some sweet, sweet gubbins. We've played dress up in Assassins before, but the system goes much deeper in Unity. Mixing and matching Arno's gear can give great gameplay benefits, like increasing the time you can stay hidden in a crowd or the strength of your eagle sense. Using XP gained by completing missions, you can specialize in health, ranged attacks, stealth, and melee. Skills and gear you've equipped in single player carry over into the story-based co-op missions, so you're always playing as your Arno. You can specialize in one of 4 unique co-op skills. Plan with your friends accordingly, and you become a formidable team. team. To get started, just head to the place where all the best laid plans are formed, the pub. And if your friend's ghost is in there, you can quickly join them to either assassinate a foe or sabotage an execution. If your friends aren't online, you can be matched with strangers online or have a crack at the mission yourself. ACU's mission structure is much more fluid than previous installments. There's two main kinds, the first of which, the Adaptive Mission Mechanic, or AMM, adapts to how you play. So if you tail a guard and get spotted, the game automatically switches from a tail mission into a chase. If you lose him, it becomes a locate mission, which means there's no more unfair desynchronizations. The second main mission type is the Black Box, a change to the regular assassination. The foe is plonked inside a slice of the open world, and then you're let loose to create opportunities and find your own path to the target. The mission doesn't end with a gurgling speech and the killing blow. You got yourself in, you have to be able to get yourself out too. So there we have it, 10 big new additions and switch-ups to Assassin's Creed Unity. Which are you most excited about? Any big changes you'd like to see? Where and when would you like the series to go next? Let me know in the comments. For all the latest historical assassinations, make sure you keep your eye on GameSpot.